everyone, it's Amber again. So today we're going to be doing a farmhouse, like modernized build. So I wanted to do like a farmhouse, but I wanted it to have like Joanna Gaines feel to it. So she's from the show Fixer Upper, and they do like kind of like modern farmhouse kind of things. And so that's kind of where I got my inspiration from. I also found a picture online that I thought was really cool, and I wanted to recreate it. So the big thing with this is I wanted it to have a lot of really big open windows so that it let a lot of light in, and also just this kind of the way that it's structured. So right here with the roofs, or with the roofs, I don't know how you say that, but I had to fix it because, as you know, there's that glitch where the eaves of the roof will come into the wall, and so you have to shorten the eaves down, but I don't like the way it looks on the outer edge, so I just went in and put two different pieces of roof there and then extended one so that it would look normal. The only problem, as you can see where I'm doing the paint here, or with the siding, is you have to make sure that you cover both of those pieces of roof so that you can't tell. But yeah, so I really wanted just a nice like white siding for this, and we just like don't really have one. We don't have like a plain white. I found this kind of like dirty off-white kind of siding, and I felt that that would do it justice. Also, with this freaking roof, I wanted a black roof, but none of the roof patterns were what I wanted. So I ended up changing it a bunch of times, and I think I cut out some of that, but I settled with something that was dark, whatever. I also fiddled around with a fireplace. I cut out where I was trying to put it in the front, because in the picture I was going off of, the fireplace was in the front, but I didn't like the way it looked with the windows. I wanted to have these full windows. I didn't want to have a half window. And so I ended up moving it to the back, and I think it looks fine back there. But yeah, and so here I am messing with the roof again, trying to figure out what I wanted to do for this dang roof. So the whole build part of this video actually took me quite a long time. I ended up cutting out a lot of it because I was trying to get it just how I wanted it, with the siding and the windows and the roof and the fireplace. And so I ended up cutting out quite a bit. And also, this video is 23 minutes long, so I did have to shorten it a bit by cutting out some stuff, but I left most things in. You're going to see all of the decorating and all of that. So for the landscaping, I wanted it to feel, I don't know how to explain it, like, I guess farmy, but but a little bit more modern. Like, they came in and they were like, okay, we're going to take out the barn, but we'll leave the wishing well. Like, there's a well that I put in later. And then I also wanted it to be like a home for kids to live in, so I ended up adding a fence later on so that they could have like a proper like backyard. And so yeah, that's what I ended up doing with the landscaping. At first I kept it pretty simple. I love this mailbox. I think it's so cute. Anyway, oh, and this is in Windenburg, by the way. It's in one of the lots on the left corner. It's kind of isolated, like there's not much around, which I thought was perfect for a farm kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, so I ended up, I put the bird bath, and I was like, oh, I don't like that one, it's too small. And I found this wishing well, and I was like, yes, that is perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. So maybe it was like an actual well a long time ago, and now they put some flowers in it and made it more of a decorative piece. I don't know, whatever. And then, like I said, I wanted it to be like an outdoorsy space where they can go and hang out, like as a family. So I added the picnic table, and then I thought it looked kind of silly just sitting out there by itself. And so I thought the fire pit, or what is that, a grill, fire pit, the grill looked kind of silly just sitting out there. So then I toyed with the idea of fencing everything off. I just didn't know where I wanted to put the fence, but I figured it out in the long run. Oh yeah, but I do love Windenburg. It's probably one of my favorite neighborhoods from The Sims 4. I don't have cats and dogs, and I don't have, oh my god, what is the new one that just came? Get Famous. And I've heard that the Get Famous neighborhood is pretty good. I don't remember what it's called, but it's supposed to be like Los Angeles or something. And I don't know, does Dogs and Cats have a new neighborhood? I honestly don't even know. I'm pretty sure it does. But anyway, but this is my favorite definitely out of all of the expansions that I do have. I think I did use everything from every expansion. So this has City Living, Get Together, Get to Work, and Seasons. So if you don't have those, you may be missing some things when you go to download it. I have already uploaded this to the gallery. If y'all would like to download it, it is up there. You can just search, I think I just called it Modern Farmhouse, but I will link it in the description as well so that y'all can click on that if you would like to download it. All right, so for the interior, I wanted to keep it pretty modern. I didn't want it to be super modern, like and sleek and everything, because of the exterior. I want it to kind of go. So I kept it pretty simple, pretty cozy, and I feel like it's a pretty nice family home. Downstairs, I toyed with the idea of having like the kitchen in this entrance area because I wanted those big windows in the front. I wanted those to be utilized, but I ended up putting the kitchen in there, and I think it worked out fine. I mean, a lot of times you're going to be spending time in the kitchen anyway, so you can still utilize those big windows. But I did want the family area to be around this fireplace here. And also I had the dining room in here, and there's a little like chess table that I ended up putting in here as well. But yeah, so I did keep it pretty, I guess you could call it like contemporary. I tried to keep the same kind of color style throughout the whole house. And I played around with a lot of the Seasons stuff. I really love the Seasons furniture. I think it's so cute. And I had an idea of maybe decorating this for like fall or spring or something, but I just kept it pretty minimal. I had those little candles right there. I thought about maybe putting that wreath, but it ended up looking kind of silly on the window right there. Yeah, and I also, whenever I get to the part where I put up my curtains, I didn't know if I wanted to cover up all of these nice windows or not, because I personally like to have big open windows. Like I would love to have a house with a lot of really nice big open windows, but then it comes to like a privacy issue where it's like, maybe I don't want these big windows, you know, all the time so that people can't look in. And so I ended up putting some curtains in there, and I don't know if I overdid it with the curtains or not, because they do have like a pattern, and so I don't know if they kind of clash, but if you don't like them, you can change them or whatever. Oh, and I didn't realize I didn't put a TV in here until the very end, so I ended up moving that picture and I put a TV up there because, you know, I don't mind not having a TV in some rooms, but there wasn't a TV in the whole house, so I just went ahead and put one in there. But yeah, so the curtains, I don't know if they're a bit much or they clash with the rug or what, but I thought they were neutral enough that it would work. Also, I really love that potted plant. I think that is so cute. I want it in my own house. I love these Seasons furniture though, like the little leaf design. It is my fave. But yeah, so I did tweak a couple little things in the living room towards the end once I was kind of looking everything over. But everything, like the placement of everything, does stay the same. I also really wanted to have this like grand staircase leading upstairs. So instead of doing like a staircase off to the side or something like that, I did this double staircase right there in the entranceway. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I need a bathroom in here. So I added this little, what is that, a 2x2 bathroom. It's pretty simple. There's nothing fancy about it at all. There's like, I don't know why it took me so long to figure out what toilet I wanted, but you know, whatever. I always feel like it takes me a while to pick the toilets. I don't know why. But yeah, so this bathroom, pretty boring. There's nothing much to it. I should have added like a painting or something, but it was fine the way it was. Like when we get to the screenshots, it's super bland, but whatever. So right here I actually cut because I was doing this for quite a while. I had quite a bit of footage. I think it took me probably 4 hours just to do this whole build, just because I was so finicky with everything. And whenever I came back, I was like, I want to do a greenhouse. So this is like another day of me recording this, and I wanted to do a greenhouse. So I saw someone do this type. I think it was Simlissy, I think, who did it. She did a really big farmhouse in Windenburg, and it was so awesome. It's a really cool build. But she did a greenhouse like this where it's just the roof. and she made it the glass roof. Now, looking back on this, I kind of wish I would have done just a regular like house with a roof and walls, and then did all of the walls with really big windows, because this greenhouse gave me so much trouble. You can see me, like, I cut out quite a bit of me just moving it around, trying to figure out how I wanted it and how big I wanted it, and if I wanted to add windows. It was really finicky, and I ended up totally changing it anyway. In the end, I did end up moving the planters, and see that it was just really finicky, and I wish I would have done it just as a regular building. But yeah, so this is the final shape of the greenhouse, but I did have to move those planters because when I went back in with my sim to test everything out, she couldn't access the back planters, and so I had to just move them down to 1 or to 2. There's only 2 in there instead of 4, and that's just all she could access. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It turned out okay. I guess it's really not worth it if you're just gonna have 8 plants in there, but whatever. I thought I liked the look of it and the idea of it, so give me an A for effort, right? And also, I just kind of toyed around. Oh, these freaking lights. So once I put this light up there, there was nothing I could do about it. I had to Control Z to get it out of there. I hated it. I didn't like the way they looked. But after I'd already done too much, I couldn't go back and change it because I could not physically select it. Like, the game would not let me do it without having deleted the entire greenhouse. Like, I would have had to start over. And so in the screenshots, there's one lamp that's like totally askew and looks so wrong, and there's nothing I can do about it, and it was driving me crazy. I would have had to rebuild the whole thing. So yeah, I'm sorry about the greenhouse. I'm not very happy with it. I'll try again some other time. Yeah, so onto the kitchen. It ended up being this kind of galley style kitchen. I wanted there to be enough counter space for everything. And it's a pretty big kitchen when you consider it's kind of an odd shape, but there wasn't really much else I could do back here because I don't like covering up the windows. I covered up these windows right here because with the lavender bushes in front, you can't tell that there's counter spaces right there. But that is one of my biggest pet peeves when simmers will build kitchens and they'll put the countertops right in front of the window. Like, you would never have that in like a real life build. Like, nobody would ever do that. And so I always try to avoid doing that, but I felt like it was the only way I could really make this work in here, and it looked okay because it was covered up anyway. So I did have to move a couple things around in this kitchen. I ended up getting rid of that coffee pot and replacing it with another one because my sim just like couldn't select that one for some reason. I don't know if my game was glitching out. I also had to move the coffee cup thing holder because there wasn't any like physical counter space. Like, obviously there is counter space, but the Sims can't detect that because there's stuff on the counter. And also I had to get rid of the fruit bowl on the microwave, which made me upset because they can't use the microwave with a fruit bowl on it. They just freak out. Oh, this stupid trash can. I cut out so much of me trying to figure out where I wanted to put the trash can because it just kind of stuck out. It was just like in the way. So I ended up putting that like screen right there to kind of hide that it was sticking out into the hallway. That was my solution to that. But that was so frustrating trying to figure out where I wanted to put that stupid trash can. All right, so we're about to switch and do upstairs. I cut out all of the layout part of upstairs and kind of putting down the flooring and the walls for the bathrooms just because it took up a lot of time. But just a general layout, there's 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms upstairs, 1 ensuite bathroom for the master, and then this shared bathroom for the kids' rooms. I did just a traditional like boy and girl room, and then the master bathroom. Pretty simple, kind of cramped, but pretty simple little bathroom, whatever, it's a bathroom. And then this one, the ensuite, I really wanted to have a bathtub in there just in case your Sims decided to have another baby, or if you wanted to play with a baby for this family. I wanted there to be a bathtub, and this was the only bathroom I could fit it in, so I ended up having to make it a little bit bigger so I could fit everything in there, and it worked out fine. I did test out all of this stuff with my Sim. So they are able to use the toilet, use the bathtub, use the shower, use the sink. Everything in here is usable, along with the other bathrooms and all of the other like appliances and everything in this build. I did make sure that they would be usable. So this little wall piece right here, I really hate that those wooden towel racks, the wood tone doesn't really match what I have in there, but I like the way they look, so I just kept them and I kind of dealt with it. But it does really irritate me. I'm such a big like matchy person. So whenever I had Sims 3, I would use Design-A-Tool to literally make everything match. Like all of the wood tones would go, you know, everything was the same shade of white. Like I would literally copy and paste the code for the color to make sure that it was the exact same shade of white. Like that's how finicky I am about everything. So it's kind of frustrating that in Sims 4, we don't have that option, and it's just like one little color swatch that goes with everything, and only stuff from like specific packs go together. I wish that every single item that has like a wood tone had a black, a basic like tan, a darker brown, and a white that all matched. Every single item. I wish they all had ones that matched. It would make it so much easier because it just doesn't make any sense why they have all of these like outrageous colors. Like some items are like this that little office chair literally didn't come in white. It didn't come in white, it didn't come in black, I don't think. It's like blue, pink, yellow, purple. Like, okay, can we just have some neutrals? Like, so that I can use any single item and it will go with everything. Like, if you're not going to give us Design-A-Tool, at least give us that option. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just didn't make a lot of sense to me, and it makes me frustrated. So, yeah, I don't know, whatever. Also, I ended up moving that desk, but I wanted to keep the windows in the bedroom open because, like I said before, I really like having the big open windows in builds. And I guess if you wanted to add some curtains there, that would be fine. I added these curtains along the sides just for a little bit of privacy, and also it's right by the bed, so I figured, you know, you want to have some privacy there. That really big mirror from, I think it's City Living or Seasons, I don't remember, doesn't fit unless you have like medium height walls or tall walls. And I'm like, what is the purpose of that? That makes no sense. It's such a cute mirror and I cannot use it, and it drives me crazy. Can you tell I'm very passionate about some of these things? But anyway, yeah, so I did move the desk out into the hallway, and like even though that's a very tight space, your Sims will still be able to walk through there. I made sure to test that, so it is walkable. And this little plant stand, I don't know why I changed it to that color, because now I wish I would have made it white. It really bothers me that it doesn't really go, but that's okay, whatever. Yeah, so hallway, pretty basic, pretty boring, whatever. It's just a hallway, I guess like a little computer area. It's the only computer in the house, so you might want to add another computer for one of your teens or your kids or whatever if you decide to play with that. So yeah, I did pretty basic boy and girls rooms. I figured the boy would be like into music, so I gave him a lot of cool posters and a guitar in there. And then the girl, I did more kind of like a fashion kind of room. It's just kind of like a little girly room. Like I'm pretty stereotypical when it comes to designing boys and girls rooms. Like if I ever have like a little baby girl, I'm like, okay, pink room, everything pink. If it's a little boy, I do blue. But you know, obviously you can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so pretty boring IKEA dresser. Like I really honestly hate this dresser, but I felt like it's just a basic dresser, so whatever, I put it in there. And then he gets this little car. The one thing I realized I didn't really do to this house, I didn't put like a garage area, but it's Sims 4, we don't have cars, so who cares? It doesn't matter, right? But I guess in modern life, it would look weird to not have a garage or like a driveway. But in Sims, it always just looks fine to me because we don't have cars anyway, so who cares? But yeah, and I think the sized up like toy cars look kind of ridiculous sometimes. I mean, I get it if you're trying to make it look more realistic, but this is definitely just like a fun little build for Sims. It's not, you know, I didn't want to take up more space with a driveway and a garage when you can't even use it. So I don't know, whatever. So this little area I thought was super cute. Her little dressing area. She's got a little bookcase, her mirror, and that little poof to sit on. And like I said, I did check everything. Your Sims can sit on that. They can use the wardrobe, the mirror, and the bookshelf. Excuse me, sorry. But yeah, so wrapping up on this build, this is the last room I do, I think, and then I go in and I just move a couple little things around in the living area. I think next what I want to do, I have another video that I just need to record the voiceover for, and then I'm going to try to do another build. I want to do a Harry Potter themed build. I'm obsessed with Harry Potter. I freaking love Harry Potter. I have a Harry Potter tattoo. I love Harry Potter, okay? And I really want to do a Harry Potter themed build. And I'm not thinking, okay, so I don't want to do the castle because, you know, that's just basic. Like, of course, like, just do Hogwarts, right? No, I don't really want to do that. So I think I want to do, I have a couple different ideas. I want to do, like, either rooms or, like, smaller builds based around Harry Potter. I'll do, like, a 5-part series or something like that. I definitely want to do number 4, Privet Drive. And I definitely want to do Hagrid's Hut. I think that would be so fun. And I think I want to do the Gryffindor Common Room at Christmas. That would be, oh my god, like that one I'm super excited for just because I think it'll be really cute and fun to do, especially with the little Christmas theme. And what else was there? Maybe I'll do like the Great Hall. Oh, Hogsmeade. I want to do Hogsmeade. I think that one will be definitely the hardest one. And oh, see, there's that stupid light. I hate that light. Anyway, but I think the Hogsmeade one will definitely be the hardest. But those are all on my list. I want to try to do it. I love Harry Potter, and so I want to try to do some Harry Potter builds. Also, I kind of want to build some of the characters or do casts for some of the characters. Like I'll do a video on that. Like if I do Hagrid's Hut, I want to do Hagrid. You got to do Hagrid, and then I'll put him in his little hut. Oh, I was thinking, I was like, where does Hagrid go to the bathroom? Because I'm pretty sure they don't show us a bathroom in his hut. Like there's no room for it. So he's got to have like an outhouse, right? Or he just goes in the Forbidden Forest. I don't know. Anyway, so that's on my agenda next. There's a lot of different things that I want to do. I have another build that I need to record the voiceover for. But yeah, so thanks for sticking around with me for this long. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, or if you have any requests, let me know in the comments down below. If you have any recommendations or suggestions, I'm pretty new at this, so I'm just getting started, and if not everything is perfect, I'm sorry, but hang in there with me. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and this build will be in the gallery if you would like to download it. All right, thank you. Have a good day. Bye.